All right. Welcome everyone. I'm glad you guys are here. Glad you guys are here. And we are having DV Night Talk tonight. And of course, I am also with the TikTok crew. So we're going to do what we do over here. And I'm flipping it for them because that's what we do. We flip it. All right. So how are you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys are doing well. And I was just sharing with them that I went to go rehearse tonight, and it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So I probably won't really keep this for you guys over here. I probably won't keep this. I might just go back to Avatar, but I did want to say hello. So thank you guys for being here. It's kind of challenging for me when I'm thinking about all the different things that I have to do. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Everybody's got life, everybody's doing life. I'm just thinking about when I'm looking at everything. I was like, okay, wow, why is my schedule going crazy? I want to go do my taxes today. And they said I can't do taxes because I didn't make enough. I was like, well, dang. I was like, that's my whole thing. I'm trying to make enough. I'm trying to, make above and beyond. But you know what? God sees, God knows. So if that's the case, that is the case. So what are you gonna do? All right. Well, I'm going to let us do what we do. And Wild Blossom, this one is my last one. I have to get another one so you guys can kind of see it right here. I know I like to keep the filter on, but it's Wild Blossom. You guys have heard me talk about it before, and it's the cinnamon vanilla Shirley Temple, and that's what we're doing. And of course, you can see this good cold cup, gold glass here, and just pouring it in. Woo! Don't do too much. Don't do too much. So, cheers to you guys. Hmm. Nice and refreshing. It's a mocktail. It says you can. I think I saw it on the NCAT where it says you can still have a party. It's still a party without the alcohol, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I like a good wine every now and then, but sometimes it's good to hang back a little bit, especially as a believer. You don't want to make people stumble, like the pastor was talking about in his sermon recently, like not being a stumbling block for others that might be weaker in their faith and not have as much liberties that they find in Jesus Christ. And just gotta be careful about that. Hey, Lasanti, how are you? Hey, Eddie and Rem. So it's okay. So this is a mocktail. So don't have to add anything into it. And I said you could invite the boys over. I don't know if they would drink that. They might, I don't know, maybe not the Shirley Temple. I could see maybe the apple ginger mojito. I could see the men tossing that back. And I'm not sure about the prickly pear lemonade, but all three of these flavors are good. So once again, I still have to get our conversation, Pastor Jade, our conversation out, which I will do. But this week I was looking at everything I have to do, and the schedule's like, well, dang. I said today I had, uh, you know, the vocal lessons tonight, and before that I was on a meeting for my son who is away, and they were kind of giving commentary on him. I was like, I just hope he gets with the program while he's there, because like, yeah, you trying to get out of it. That's not gonna be how it works. Hey, Ghost 3, Mickey, hello, how are you guys? So I was just thinking about that, and sometimes sometimes I can have those emotions that come up when I think about him, because I love my son. Don't get me wrong, I love my son, and I'm doing this because I love him. If I hated him, I would try to do nothing. I would just try to just set him on his way, and good luck, good night, get out of here, right? But that's not my mindset. That's not my mentality. I want to see him just go as high as he could possibly go in life. And that's what I'm striving to do. I mean, I don't know that he sees it that way, but that's my intention. I really want him to go far in life, and it can be challenging. I was thinking if this should be more of a mother's journey over here, but no, I don't think so. Just having this DV night talk and just night chat. That's why I get on here sometimes, just to talk out. Sometimes it's frustration, sometimes it's just emotion, sometimes it's just, just having a conversation. Because this morning I was talking about being careful of what you see, what you hear, and who you're around. Because I'm probably going to do, like I said, part 2 this morning about that. Because sometimes I wonder how people just take things in the Bible and they just mess it all up. And then when they mess it up, when they put the wrong things together and they go and they sit in a church and then something happens, then whatever's happened in that church, whatever harms, whatever it is, they say God did that. Absolutely, that you can't attach that to God. There are people that are doing things. Hey, Shan Zen Zen. Hey, Jamaican Vibes. How are you? Hey, Emmy. There are people that are out here just doing wrongs. And you can't chalk that up to, oh, God did that. He didn't do that. People make choices every day. They make choices to be mean. They make choices to be rude. They make choices to love. They make choices to really be intentional and have laughter in their life, find more joy in Jesus. I mean, people make conscientious decisions in their mindset of how they want to be. And sometimes, not always, sometimes there are people that doesn't matter if they get advice, if someone tries to encourage them or anything like that. There's people that they're just, their MO is just to say everything in this life is pure junk. And I dislike you. I dislike being here. And I dislike everything here. But yeah, and still, they want to chalk up certain experiences that they've had, certain circumstances to God, especially if it's the bad stuff. Like, why would you chalk that up to God wanting to do that to you? And people get so foolish. Hey, Nikki, they get so foolish because they think that God hates them. No, God does not hate you unless you're going to continue to be in sin and be a sinner. Okay, well, then that's what you're asking for. You're asking for God's wrath. There you go. But if that's not what you're doing, you said, no, that's not me. I know that I'm a sinner and I know I need a savior. That's not me. I'm not going to be out here be no fool. I know that the Lord Jesus has provided a way for my sins to be forgiven and I can be saved. And you know what? I will only be saved by grace through faith. I know that. See, there's some people that come to that knowledge and the Lord has blessed them with that. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to follow after the Lord. And I don't care what nobody says. See, the part that also troubles me is sometimes we will allow other people to tell us what we do and how we do it. We'll allow them to tell us, oh, I think you should do this. Wait, what? How are you going to tell me you don't even do anything I do? Please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, stop. Stop. Put the pause on it. No, 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 no. See, I'm saying that because I've had people say that stuff to me. Oh, hey, T and honey, I know that face. It looks like a Daria. I remember watching that movie, that cartoon. I've had that happen to me. And there were people that would say, you can't do X. You can only pick one thing. Then they said, oh, why don't you do this? Or I know you would be different, but you should do X. I'm not trying to be different. I am different. And at the same time, I just want to do what the Lord has given me to do, the vision He's given to me. Some people can't see it. And then when they can't see it, realize it, guess what they tell you? Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you if you can't, They have no ideas, but they have all the critiques and criticism in the world. Let them come up with a solution. They don't got it for you. A solution? Get out of here. I'm only here to show you all the problems. Okay. Well, within the problem should be a solution. Can you help me find that solution? No. I just want to tell you all the things you shouldn't do. That's what I'm here for. Mm-mm. Don't let people do that to you. So many times in life, we have opportunities that come, and sometimes we'll let those opportunities slip because of what somebody said. And somebody doesn't like how you are, don't like how you look, don't like what you say, don't like how tall you are, how short you are, how your hair is not. All these things, which doesn't even matter because the Lord has created you the way that He created you. Now, if you go and make your hair hot pink, okay, that's what you want to do. If you want to make it go ombre, hot pink with some purple into turquoise, okay. All right, who am I? If that's what you like, that's what you like. If that's what you want to rock with, that is totally on you. What does that have to do with me? It doesn't. And sometimes people will project how they feel or what they want to do, but because they're not bold enough to do it, they say you can't do it. They say you can't do it. And they'll be everywhere in the digital bushes watching you, talking about you, making comments because they're digital gangsters, right? And they'll tell you, I don't think you should do that. I don't know how many times I've heard that. And it comes out in different forms and fashion. Well, you know what? It perhaps would be better if you did X. No, I don't want to do X because you know what? I am doing W. I want to do X. And you can have Y and Z. I don't want to do that. My job is to do the W here. I'm not trying to do anything else. So I said that because sometimes hanging around the wrong people, and I mean it, it can stress you out. It can stress you out. And there are people that will do that. That's their mission, that's their goal, is to make you stressed out because they're miserable. Their life is miserable. Their whole household is miserable. And you know what that saying says? Misery loves company because they want you to be just as miserable as they are. You're out here bopping around, having a good time. Like the Lord is so good. You're driving your car, you're going to the store, you're like, this joy, you're just having it. You're just enjoying God's grace and mercy and you're loving life. And someone's going to see you and just, ugh, why is he walking like that? Why is she so bubbly? Nobody's that happy. Well, just because you're a little miserable little thing doesn't mean that anybody else is. And that's a shame. When you go out, you got to watch out for those people that will suck your sparkle right out of you. They'll suck your sparkle, they'll suck your shine. Stay away from those people. They want to suck the life out of you because they are just poor in spirit. And I don't mean poor in spirit like they just want to be just poor financially, but poor in spirit of how they act, how they are. And their mindset is such that if they see you happy and having joy, like, man, this is great. I can laugh. Things are good. Even if my bank account's upside down, I don't care because I got Jesus. And so we're like, what are you talking about? Hey, it's me, Bree. How are you? What are you talking about? What do you mean you got Jesus? Like, I need you to get out of here with that. You need to bring something real. That is real, man. People don't want to hear. They really don't want to hear. And they want to make you feel bad about what you do. They don't want to make you feel bad about how you talk, you walk, you everything. And why? You see, that's one of the things when I do the DV Night Talk, I talk about because when I was going through domestic violence, and I'm not going to share the whole story. I made my book, to Get to Find God's Love, Guilt, Shame, Turn to My Shine. You guys can find that on Amazon, Audible. Pick your choice. Enjoy your reading or your audio delight. But one thing I discovered is there was a time in my life where I was passive and I allowed people to tell me how I should feel, how I should act, how I should perceive things. And you know what I did for a long time? I lost myself chasing after what others said about me, chasing after what others I thought would deem right, chasing after others. Well, if they perceive me like this, maybe they'll like me. If I do this, maybe they'll be my friend. Chasing all the while those things that are fleeting and not remembering they don't really care. They don't care if you are doing whatever you say you're going to do. They don't care nothing about that. All they know is that you're doing something, they want to put a kibosh on it. And if there's any way that they could discourage you and tell you not to do these things, they want to and interrupt and detract from what the Lord is having you do. Don't let them come in there. Don't let them come in there and steal your joy. And they should not be able to steal your joy, because your joy comes from Jesus. Your joy is wrapped up in Lord Jesus Christ. Do not let them do that. And I'm going to tell you guys, if someone comes to you and says, you know what, you should stop doing all that, what you're doing, whatever it is, okay, whatever it is, I always come back to podcasts because there's people that love, for me anyway, to talk smack about what I do. And that's fine. You can do that if that's what you want, and that's your cup of tea and that's your coffee and that gets you going, well then, go ahead and do that if it makes your spirit feel happy. But what I'm going to do, as the word says in Joshua, as for me and my house, we will worship the Lord. I will not be chasing after somebody that sees me with no value. I will not be chasing after someone who just wants to tolerate me. I don't want that. I want genuine, honest relationships with friends and people everywhere. I want to be genuine with everyone. Now, I know I have to use discernment, because there's certain people you can't be very vulnerable to, because if you do, it will send them into a conniption. And you're like, oh my gosh, I should have never told him or her about the real. Sometimes people say they want to give 100%, okay, but depending on how you disseminate that information and who is going to, it may not be received. Just saying. Just saying. So I wasn't going to make this a long one. I did promise I would make sure it was short. So I am going to shorten this down, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this content. I know it's not the one where I have the coloring and then talking and everything, but it's still good. So I just wanted to make sure that I share with you guys tonight about that. And, I've been getting up early in the morning. Early, like you guys know, I got vampire hours. So Pastor Jay says, I got up early in the morning, went to the gym early, came back, and did some impromptu volunteering, because I want to go turn in some canned goods and some other things. And while I was there, they needed a teacher for leadership from John Maxwell's, was it 5? I don't know. I forget the exact thing. 5 types of leadership, I think it is. But they needed someone. So I was there to do something different. I was there on mission to do something different. But guess what? The Lord used me. I'm his humble vessel, and they needed help. I said, can you jump in the classroom and teach this class? I haven't watched the five types or the 5 ways of leadership, or whatever John Maxwell teaches with the five types of leadership. But when I saw it, I just did the intro and I listened, because you watch a video and then talk about it. And it was like getting back on horse, because I took all of February off. I still would take all of March off, but apparently I keep going back. But I shouldn't be. I'm going to be doing my best to volunteer for the fire department, and I want to try that out. That sounds fun. I got my application today, so I'm feeling good about that. But I just wanted to encourage you. And if you guys haven't seen Walk in Truth Christian Fellowship Church, or Walk. How about this? Walk in Truth TV. There you go. And Walk in Truth Fellowship Church is on Facebook, and Walk in Truth TV on YouTube. Check out that channel with Pastor Jay. A lot of good teaching, a lot of good messaging. Just really, really good for the spirit, for the soul. So, I'm gonna get out of here, and I just wanted you guys to just remember, you're uniquely designed. Period. There's no if, answer, but you're uniquely designed. God knew who you were before the foundations of the world. So I just want you to keep your joy. Be encouraged. There are a lot of definitely challenging times right now, okay? But God still prevails, and God is still sovereign in every little bit of chaos. So don't let people try to depress you. Don't let them bring you down to depression, because they can try. But you know what? Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Don't let nobody steal your shine. Nobody take your light. Nobody try to take the fire that you have for Jesus, because you know what? It is so important. Don't let nobody take that. You stand up and you're like, you know what? I don't need you, whoever this is. This is a hypothetical, so I don't know who this is. I don't know. So you can just say to them, you know what? I appreciate your concern. And you can say it how you want to say it, right? But I'm going to continue to do me. Thank you for voicing those concerns. Thank you for voicing your opinion. But since everybody has an opinion, yours right now is not really what is needed. And I thank you, but I'm going to not be taking your advice for my life. Hi, Micah. Right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's late, and I got to do better to get on here a little bit earlier. I wasn't able to tonight because I had vocal warm-ups tonight, so that was an impossibility. I'm gonna see about Wednesday and see. So yeah, I feel like I've been running on fumes because I know I'm getting sleep. It's just when I think about my son, it's like I get no sleep, and I'm like, oh no. But on the lighter note, I did get some satin sheets so I can feel great. And listen, I have been having the best sleep. Let me tell you, okay? I have been having the best sleep. So I'm going to just enjoy that and enjoy, what the Lord has done in my life. And if there's something that he wants me to do, he'll let me do it. But for now, I'm just going to stay in his will. There's no other place better to be than in his will. Totally not. So with that, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys will have a blessed night. A big kiss from me to you. Remember, I love you with the love of our Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what the Lord lays on your heart. Okay, TikTok, give me a second. I'm going to shut this one down, and then I will say good night to you guys again. Let me go ahead and clock this off here.
It's God's gift through his word. It's God's gift through his word. Come get God's gift through his word. With T. Drake, we'll get God's gift through his word. Come listen, get your spirit lifted through his word. And get your blessing of God's gift through his word. Come be uplifted. Come be motivated.